Hello there, this is David from David Books and Comics, and today I thought I'd look through my collection of The Legend of the Five Rings Samurai series. Now, this is a series of books that came out in 2000, in the year 2000, and it was initiated by a group of writers who created a collectible card game um, in the vein of Magic and all the subsequent card games that came after the creation of that famous collectible card game, Magic. And you had the Pokemon collectible card game, and then you had Marvel Overpower, and then DC Overpower, Image Overpower, and then you had all kinds of different uh, collectible card games based on different themes. Anyway, even Star Wars, there was one on Star Wars. Anyway, this is the Samurai series that I collected, and it was an interesting series that came out. And it says the publication is by Wizards of the Coast, and it had several writers who wrote for the series. And there's seven books in all. What you're looking at is the first three. That's the Scorpion, the Unicorn, and the Crane. So, as I said, the series first appeared in the year 2000. It's the work of several authors, but primarily Stephen D. Sullivan, who wrote three of the novels, the first and one of the middle novels, and the last novel. It's the inspiration for the series was the Japanese martial arts samurai movies of Akira Kurosawa. Much of the action of the novels involves spectacular battles with undead zombies. It features some descriptive swordplay bouts that are reminiscent of the samurai and ninja films of the 1970s, hence why I was interested in collecting the series. The setting for the stories is the mythical and mysterious empire of Rokugan, although the characters and locations in the novels looks a lot like ancient Japan. The setting purports to be from a long lost ancient times before the nations of the Orient came into existence. Each of the books features main characters from each of the particular clans that make up the peoples of the Rokugan Empire. However, there are key characters that recur again throughout the series. There's the sorceress Empress Kachiko, the hapless, useless Emperor Hante the 38th, the Black Lion Ronin Tutori, Doji Hutori of the Crane Clan, the Master of Evil Fu Leng with his many henchmen of evil, and a few others. The story begins when the Scorpion clan attempts to usurp the throne of Rokugan and fails. As a result, the empire enters into a period of instability and turmoil, with the various clans trying to save the empire from the evil forces of Fu Leng and his horde of undead zombies. In the meantime, there are endless samurai battles and displays of martial arts prowess by the various samurai of the different clans. This series is really based on this collectible card game and role-playing game, Legend of the Five Rings, created by the company. It demonstrates the creativity and inventiveness that goes into the creation of the card games and role-playing games. Nonetheless, the novels can stand on their own for sheer storytelling. So they are mostly, not mostly, they are all standalone novels. A lot of these writers are writers who write for shared universe type stories. I believe Soebee has written Star Trek novels. Anyway, so I'll look through the series. There's 7 novels in total, so you see the first 3 there, and you can just look through the publication date here. Here you have The Legend of the Five Rings, and there's the publisher, Wizards. The copyright owners are Wizards of the Coast Incorporated. And you see the first printing is 2000. This is a second impression. And there you go. So the fellow who wrote it was inspired by samurai films. So there you go. The serene prophet foresaw its downfall. Tides of demons flooding out of the Shadowlands. There you go. Beautiful kind of. I like the wraparound type cover. Anyway, so that's that one. That's the first one. The second one is the unicorn, and this features a female protagonist. And you can see The Legend of the Five Rings. And this is the first edition. All right. Shadowlands Monsters Mass on the edges of Rokugan. So that's the unicorn. And that's the crane. That's by Soebee. I believe she's written Star Trek novels. So Doji Hattori, the young champion of the crane, is everything a samurai could wish to be, swift of sword and pure of heart. But his eyes hide a terrible secret. You have to read the book to find out. So this is the first, and that's from the year 2000. That's that one. And we have the Phoenix. And this one is written by Stephen Sullivan. And this is the first, 2001, March. It's the first printing. You can see it's a well-read copy. The slate spine roll. And this is the crab. This is the 5th novel in the series. The crab has defended the Emerald Empire against the Shadowlands hordes for a millennium and beyond. And this one is another well-read novel. And this one was published in 2001. Yeah, this one was published in 2001. And let's see what else. Yeah, they put a map in it. There you go. The Emerald Empire. Rokugan. It's all fantasy, obviously. This is fantasy shared universe stories. And they have very competent writers actually writing the stories, so can't complain. So this is Soebee's second novel in the series. This is The Dragon. Also features a female protagonist. And this one published in September 2001. All right. For 1,000 years and more, the world's most mysterious clan has dwelt secluded in its mountain fastness. Wrapped in tattoos and riddles, the dragon has watched and waited until the time for revelation is right, until now. There you go. So this is the 6th novel in the series. And this is the last novel in the series and the conclusion of the adventure. The demon sits on the emerald throne. There you go. This one came out November 2001. So these came out fast and furious, one right after the other. All right, so that's the 7th book, The Lion. So Wizards of the Coast continued the series with a 5 books called the Four Winds Saga. And it starts with a prelude called the Steel Throne, and then Winds of Honor, Wind of War, Wind of Justice, and Wind of Truth. And I'll show you those. They were written by different authors. So this time in the stories, the stability of the Empire is again threatened, even though Totori and his children have managed to hold the Empire together. Nonetheless, when the Empire has these Shugenja, magicians, running rampant through the realm, trouble is bound to ensue sooner or later. Much of the same themes come into play as the first series, but with new characters. Totori is one of the key characters that returns in the first novel. So there's lots of martial arts action and fighting and swordplay as you'd expect in a samurai series. These novels, I should say, are in nice condition. So this is the first, and this was from 2002. It's called The Steel Throne. One of the greatest samurai in all, Rokugan Totori, has managed to hold the empire together despite warring clans and internal treacheries. Okay, so there you go. So that's the prelude. It's written by Edward Bohm. And the next novel in the series is called Wind of Honor. And this is the first scroll. It's written by Soebee. All right, and anything written by her usually has the Lady of the Sword. Has a woman protagonist. So that's this Wind of Honor. The next one is called Wind of War. And also a nice tight copy of that. And there's the acknowledgements, the copyright date. And cover art is Stephen Danielle. I just want to look at the cover art here on this series. I wonder if it says the map. Cover art by RK Post. Okay. And here's another one by Stephen Danielle. This is the third novel. It's by Rich Wolf. A lot of these writers are writers who write for, like I said, shared universe type stories. This one's published June 2003. Same cover artist. All right. It's the third scroll, Wind of Justice. And this is the last of the series. It's called Wind of Truth. It's the fourth one, fourth scroll. Nice. Enter the mystic. The emperor is dead, the empire in chaos. Clans hover on the brink of ruinous war. Only one man, Totori Cesaru, knows the true danger threatening the empire. Now, this one I haven't read. This is from 2003, December 2003, Wind of Truth. All right, beautiful covers. Thought I'd show you those. So I hope you enjoyed this look through this samurai series that came out as a result of the creation of that collectible card game that was initially published back in 1995, or created back in 1995. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, remember to give me that thumbs up. That always helps the channel. The comments are always enlightening, actually. I really appreciate them. And thanks everyone for your subscriptions. All right. Talk to you soon. Okay, thanks. Bye.